Something different here. This is a Scalpmaster Lather Time machine. This is for like what barbers would use to give somebody a shave. Lather Time, Lather M. Guess that's the model number or something. Dripping water because I put some in there. Put a little bit of water to figure out what's going on. I was told that pushing the button here doesn't always work. And when I put some water in there, I pushed it and it turned on for a second, and then it turned off, and then it never worked again afterwards. And then I seen that water was draining out, I think, this hole right here. So seems like there's a leak in there too. But yeah, that's the main reason we're looking at this, because when you push the button to get the lather out of here, it's not doing it. And I'll plug it in and just push that button just to kind of show you. And of course, watch, it's going to work. And there's a heater in there too that heats up the stuff to make it a nice warm lather. But it's plugged in. Now we'll push it. And it's supposed to make like a pump sound, but I don't know if I can wiggle that around to make it work. But if we go like this, I was thinking maybe that would do it, but that's what happens when I push this. You can see that part right there goes down. So it has to be engaged in a switch to turn it on to start the lather. And that's what it's not doing. So let's tear this open and see if we can figure out what's going on with it. We got 4 screws on the back, I seen. One, two, three. There's the 4th one. I'm going to slide those aside. We'll see what happens here. Maybe I forgot a screw. No? Nope, there's only 4. There's probably a trick. Let's pull this nozzle out of here. That comes out. Let's see. My guess is this might have to come apart. You might have to undo this. There's a nut down here type thing, and we probably got to disconnect this. So I'm going to take this off of here to start. Let's see if I got something I can get in there. I got it loose, but not enough to get it with my fingers. There we go. That's the little plunger thing. It must hit the switch. Oh, and then it pops right apart. Got a rubber seal on there too. That's just some leftover foam or something that was on there. Now the top comes off really easy. All right. Get that off to the side. This is what it looks like on the inside. Circuit board with minimal components on it. Got a big pump motor down here. Let's see. That looks like it moves an awful lot in there, huh? I don't know if it's supposed to or not. The heating element is underneath here. These two wires right here go to the heating element that's underneath there. I have to, let's, well, that's probably the problem right there. One problem. I'm not sure about this, why that's loose like that. I don't think it's supposed to be, but we'll look at that in a minute. Here's the switch right here that this thing, when it's bolted here, it pushes that down. Let's see if I screw this back in here again. We'll pretend that's like that. And then when you push this button, you can see it moves this part right here. If you look right behind here, that's where it's supposed to hit the switch. Now this is just in the way, but so you can see when I push this button in the front, that's supposed to turn it on. Watch that part right there. That is the switch, that's the black button. It's supposed to hit to engage it. And you can see it's hitting it, but it's not hitting it enough to actually turn it on, because I'm not hearing it click. So there is adjustment on this base, so we're gonna have to adjust that, it looks like. So let's see if you can hear this. I'm gonna actually push it so it clicks the switch, see if you can hear it. That's what it's not doing. So this might be a pretty easy fix to get that working. I'm just gonna, this aluminum piece here has a slotted hole right there. So I'm gonna loosen that one. And then I need to loosen this other one here. That one's a stationary one. It kind of just pivots on that. So I'm gonna loosen that just a little bit, and I'm gonna tap this just enough to let that engage. Now you can hear it. You can hear it clicking. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna tap it just one more time here. Oh, too much. and I moved it with my hand too. Let's try that. I want to make sure it gets a good connection so this doesn't happen again. And that looks like it's going to be good right there. You can hear it clicking. That's what we want to hear. So I'm going to hold that there and snug these. Give it a little good tighten on there. Make sure the switch screws are tight. Pretty good. I turned it a little bit, but I turned that one a little bit too. But that's not going to go anywhere now. So let's give it a try. Now we can hear it clicking. All right. So let's plug it in the way it is, because that's all we're worried about right now, is make sure the motor turns on when we press that in. All right, that's plugged in. So I know the heater's probably already starting to heat up. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes, I've seen in the manual. But we should be able to turn it on anyway. Oh yeah. Works every time. Nice easy fix for that one right there. That's good, because these things cost a couple $100. So if you can do an easy fix like that on it, that saves money. It's money in your pocket. All right, so that works. So we're gonna leave it there. And just for my curiosity, I want to see why this is doing what it's doing, but I need to figure out how to get that out of there, and it looks like the whole thing has to come loose. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws, it looks like. And then there's another one down here in the bottom. So it looks like 6 screws. Yeah, because I think that's why it's leaking out of the bottom, because maybe this is supposed to be a really good seal. So let's get a little nosy. And that moves because it's the spring right here. We'll just take that spring off the screw, and then we're going to take this white part out too. We'll just try to take the whole thing out and see what's going on down there. I accidentally hit it. I don't want to break it. We just fixed it. All right, I don't know if we need to move that other screw. I'm thinking we do. I don't know what it's for. Oh no, we don't have to move that. That's actually for our push button. That screw holds down our push button, because our push button, this little V right here, goes in that rubber groove of the button. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you see that rubber piece on there? There's a groove in there. Right there, there's a groove. So this groove, this piece of metal right here with that slot in there, we got to make sure we get that put right back in that groove for our button to work like that. All right. Okay, so I think that's it. So we should be able to pop this out. Oh yeah. Oh, You can tell it's been leaking. Plus we got some stuff down here, so yeah. I was right when I said I thought it was leaking somewhere. And the hole is right there where it was leaking from. So yeah, this oh, this is broke. Yep. You probably won't be able to see it, but right down in here, you see that white line right there? That's cracked. That piece is cracked, so that needs to be replaced. We can take the heater off with this screw in the back. I can't see what it is, but I'm assuming it's a Phillips. Then we can remove the heater part and see more what's going on. That's a long old screw. And remember, there's a washer between this first two. We don't want to lose that. Between the heater and the bracket, it looks like. And this slides out of the screw in the back on that side. I've seen that. Now we can take this off. That's the top of the heater. Top support for it, I guess I should say. Well, now you can see it. You see the crack right there. Yeah. That's gonna be a leaker all the time now. That part right there needs to be replaced. I don't know how much that would cost. I'll have to ask the customer. Oh, and it's also cracked back here too. Look at that. That piece is all shot to heck. Yeah, this thing is about ready to fall right off. And there's our little heating element there. I'm not gonna unstick that because there's nothing wrong with that, I'm assuming. And it feels kind of sticky, so it must be glued in there. So I'm just gonna leave that alone for now. All right, I'm gonna see what the customer has to say, what he wants to do. And at least we got it running, but now we gotta fix this. So I'll see what he wants to do, and that'll come up right after this. All right, so I talked to the customer and he is deciding to not go ahead with the fix. Not really worth it in the end, being that you can buy these things for under $100. This particular one, I think he said he's bought it a long time ago at $300, but now you can get this exact same kind for like $200, but they sell them for under $100. Different types. So yeah, so we're not gonna go ahead and fix this then. But I did take this apart, and you can see that the heater got this a little warm too. Started discoloring it a little bit, and it actually has a crack right here in one of the gear teeth there. But here's a better look at the cracks. You can see it's just cracked all the way around it. Yeah, this piece cost, one place I seen it cost like $31, $32, something like that. And you know, so $31 plus my labor, it's really not a good choice to continue with the fix. Because you could buy a brand new one, a more up-to-date one for, like I said, under $100. So yeah, there we go. I guess that'll be it for this one then. I'm gonna put this back together. He wants it back so he can just have it sitting in his barber shop. But so I'm gonna do that and move on to the next project. So we will see you in the next one.